Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today I want to talk to you about Invisalign and clear aligners and ClearCorrect take-home packaging. What do you give your patients when they go home, and why? So I know a lot of you who are doing Invisalign, you probably just give that standard kit that they get. It's a nice little swag bag, but I like to give more than that. I think you need more than that, and I'll explain the reason why. So, for example, this packaging here is just an example of something that I made for myself, but you can get little tackle boxes, makeup kits, all kind of clear boxes, anything clear. You can get them from Amazon between $5 and $20, even less if you buy them in bulk. I had this one, the label I had done at Etsy for just a few dollars, but you can invest in a label maker and label it for the patient. If you label it, they're more likely to own it. And it's really important that your patients are keeping their old aligners. And that's the part that I want to take home, because it's the part that most doctors and patients don't understand the why behind and the value of this. We don't want them putting them back in their old baggies because they get moldy and they get stinky and gross and disgusting, and we want them to air out. So I love the idea of having just like a, plastic kind, something they can functional, something they can use later, like ideally something with a handle is great that they can bring back and forth to their appointments. That is special, that they get that they're not expecting. You can stock it with all kinds of cool stuff, with chewies and outies and cases and a liner cleaning spray, and really something very, very special that they get at the delivery appointment, almost like a goodie kit. But that's also functional. We want them to bring all their old aligners to every appointment, or at least the previous five, because the why behind that is that it's, unless you're checking the patient weekly for virtual check-ins, if they get off track, it is so much faster and easier for you in terms of chair time if you just have them bring in their old aligners and find the one that fits, and then work on that area with chewies, and then go backwards and then catch up. So much easier. Think of how much the time you're going to save, you and the patient, removing attachments, putting new attachments on, scanning, waiting. I mean, that's a good few weeks to a month, plus at least an hour of chair time. There's a huge value to that. So if you invest $5, $10, $15 in a cute little take-home box, first of all, most likely, especially if it has their name and maybe you have like your office logo or something super tiny, they can peel it off later. But most likely, they're going to take a picture of it because they're going to be so excited about it, and they're going to post it on social media. Hey, look, started my aligners today. Here's look what I got. You're going to get so much value out of that $5 to $10 investment, or in this case, I think it was 15 with the label, maybe it was 18. Yeah, trust me, you're going to get the value of it. Not to mention the amount of time and money potentially that you're saving with chair time. Chair time equals money. Patient time equals money. Patients do not like revisions, refinements, and mid-course corrections. Sometimes you don't have a choice, but most of the time it's just sloppiness. It's sloppiness on the point of the initial treatment plan. It's sloppiness that you're not checking in with your patient virtually every week. It's sloppiness that you haven't created an easy way for them to store their old aligners. It's sloppy. And patients that sail through their aligner treatment in one go have a much higher satisfaction rate than those that have had a revision, refinement, or mid-course correction, unless it was anticipated, up front. Sometimes, let's say a tooth hasn't fully come in, like tooth number 2, and I'm like, okay, you're going to have one because we need to capture that. We're going to not cover it now. We're going to let it come down, and then we're going to capture it about halfway through. That's expected. But in most cases, a revision, refinement, or mid-course correction is a mistake on somebody's part. The patient, yours, or the treatment manufacturing company. And personally, if you're paying $1,800 or $1,500, that's unacceptable. So let's take that one out, even though that's a very common one. You can control for that by having a good treatment plan. Beyond that, the only other variables that you can control are the patient's compliance, which is easy to control if they understand the process and they're saving their old aligners and they're checking in regularly. And, your explanation, your workflow, your process. You can't just give them a ton of aligners and say bye, because they're going to get off track. So anyways, you get the idea. All right, hopefully this inspired you. My suggestion is that you show this video to your team and have them come up with something that's really cute, that's, within a budget, that they can do to make it fun and exciting. You can have contests, everything like that. Creative contests, whatever. So anyways, all right. Thanks so much.